Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Street of Silence. My name is Mark, and I'll be your host today. Our channel explores the unknown and looks at a variety of unexplained topics such as UFOs, cryptids, ghosts, and other mysterious phenomena. Today, I want to discuss the Giant of Castelnau. The Giant of Castelnau are bone fragments of one of the largest humans to ever exist. In 1890, in France, Georges Vacher de la Puge discovered a humerus, tibia, and femoral midshaft bones. From the bones, the human was estimated to be 11 feet 6 inches tall. The bones are said to date back to the Neolithic period, or about 10,000 to 4,500 BC. Vacher de la Puge was not your average anthropologist. His legacy is more well known as he is often called the father of anthroposociology. This is the study of a race as establishing dominance over another race. Lapouche had a direct influence on Nazi racial ideologies. With this, many believe that he influenced their behavior that ultimately led to the Holocaust. Lapouche in 1887 had predicted that this 20th century would witness genocides. Now, returning to the Giant of Castelnau, Vacher de Lapouche wrote in the French scientific journal La Nature the following. He described the bones in detail, and he noted, "I think it is unnecessary to note that these bones are undeniably human, despite their enormous size. The volumes of the bones were more than double the normal pieces to which they correspond. Judging by the usual intervals of anatomical points, they also involve lengths almost double. The subject would have had to have been likely a size of 3 meters 50 inches. The bones were examined by other professionals as well. In 1892, the bones were examined by Dr. Paul Louis Andre Keener, who was a professor of anatomy at Montpellier School of Medicine. He admitted they represented a very tall race and found them abnormal in dimensions and apparently of morbid growth. There's been countless stories of giants throughout human history. Some have even been more recent. The tallest man whose height was officially documented was Robert Wadlow. His height was recorded as 8'11". His great size and his continued growth were due to hypertrophy of his pituitary gland. We know that gigantism is a serious condition that is nearly always caused by adenoma, a tumor of the pituitary gland. Today, there are various treatments and surgery options, which makes the odds of having another Robert Wadlow much lower. But what about the past? In the Hebrew Bible, the Nephilim are mysterious beings or people who are described as being large and strong. Over the years, there have been bones found, and archaeologists have claimed them to be Nephilim. The overwhelming majority of these have proven to ultimately be other animals. But is it even possible for humans to reach great heights? Back in the Roman Empire, average height for men was about 5 feet 5 inches. A skeleton was discovered of a man in that period that was 6'8", and this was considered very abnormal. But could gigantism have occurred throughout human history? Literature and art certainly suggest that it did. We know untreated gigantism will lead to a person to continue to grow while they're in adulthood. Perhaps the answer will be found one day when a full giant skeleton is found intact. Until then, we will have to wait. Thank you for your time, and if you enjoyed this content, please consider subscribing to the channel, and we welcome all feedback and story suggestions.